for all three of you, one thing that they wrote in our little notes is that there's tension and rivalries between all the students and also the senseis. So for each of you, who is your number one rival at the Sekai Takai?
I mean, I think all the senseis there, all the different teams that are there, there's a rival around every corner. There is a new big bad who's the ultimate rival that appears that I'm not going to spoil, but we may know who he is by now. Johnny's he's still bumping heads with Daniel a little bit. Mm-hmm. But has some big decisions to make about where his team's at because his team's having, I don't know. I feel like I can't spoil it. I feel like I'm going to give away too much.
I think one of Daniel's biggest rivals in part 2 is himself. He's dealing with his own struggles with his the information he gains about Miyagi and who Miyagi might have been when he's in Barcelona and takes him down sort of a spiral that puts himself in peril and even maybe his students and his own daughter because he's following some lead. So he's struggling with himself, never to be overtaken by the solid rivalry with Johnny, which it's tough to compete with. But that's one that adds a layer to that section of the season.
And not to piggyback on that, but Johnny in many ways is also struggling with himself and realizes how much he, on his own may be a detriment. So he sees some error in his ways and needs to rein in his friends to support him and realizes what he needs at this point.
Good teases. I like that.
Yeah.
Wow, that's deep. That's deep.
Well, it's true.
How about I think let's go with for Chozen. It's the whole Cobra Kai senseis. I think there's always going to be that sense of rivalry with that group of senseis. So I'll go with Cobra Kai.
Okay, I'll take that. All right, I'm coming back around. I want to dig back into the Miyagi stuff. So we know it's kind of like thrown him off balance. Mm-hmm. Is there anything that Daniel turns to like, I guess, put a Band-Aid on it or something else he thinks he can regain balance from, if not Miyagi and his teachings?
Well, I think toward the end of part 2, it's really about the end game for the students and the competition, and he focuses his attention on them, on the rivals and the surprises that may be coming that add other layers of obstacles.
This is such a funny game.
So many carrots.
I feel like you just saw me like slowly light up.
So hopefully you're leaning forward and not like throwing the iPad down and walking out of the room.
Not at all.
So I think the focus, the balance comes back on his students because he sees and discovers more obstacles for them. And he's, so that kind of realigns him for the moment.
Okay. I'll take that. Billy, one thing I've been curious about, because Daniel is losing his faith in Miyagi's teachings. Do we get to see how Johnny reacts to it? Like, does he feel for Daniel, or is it more so I told you so. I told you this style wasn't the answer all along. It's
kind of happening in Johnny's peripheral. And in fact, he's not aware of the depth of the struggle Daniel's going through.
Right.
But it's taking Daniel out of his concentration's drifting a little bit in his focus, which leaves Johnny with the ball with the tournament and dealing with the kids and pushes his way on it and saying, okay, it's time to do things my way. And whether that works or not, you'll have to watch and see. It sure is entertaining.
I'll watch and see over and over and over. Yuji, one of the bullet points we got for you that I love is he's dealing with a major hangover while trying to wrangle the students. Of all the students on this trip, who is the easiest for Chozen to wrangle and who gives him the most grief?
The easiest, I think, is probably Mary's character.
That makes sense.
I think because, she's been part of the whole Miyagi-Do legacy from the get-go. And so for me, she has an understanding of what it means to, respect martial arts. And the toughest one to wrangle, of course, I'm going to say it. It's Hawk.
I was going to say, if you didn't say it, I was going to say it.
It's Hawk, of course.
He flipped the script too much.
Yeah, he's such a bad influence on me.
Yes.
Okay. I'm curious to see how he's going to take it to another level.
Yes.
A specific thing we were talking about the other day, so I feel like this is safe to tease as well. This episode 9 ballet-like fight. What can you tell me about, I don't know, maybe who's involved and why that ballet fighting style best suits this particular fight scene?
It was everyone's. All students are involved, so it's not a one-on-one thing, and they each need to support each other in order to prevail. So it's really the ultimate.
It's
teamwork.
the ultimate test. It's the climax of the fighting. I think it's unbelievable watching them do this, and we did it. And they did one take on this thing. They had cameras rolling around the mat, and it's multiple fighters, and the timing and the choreography with our actors was incredible. And then our stunt team came in and did it as well. But it was mesmerizing, truly mesmerizing, and we were so proud of them. We couldn't believe what we were watching. So, yeah,
this is cute.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it.
I just hope I just hope it doesn't get too cut up, like you know what I mean? Because we watched it as theater.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that it translates as theater for the audience.
It will.
It was amazing to watch that oneer that the stunt team did.
Yeah.
We're killing you, Perri.
I love a Cobra Kai oneer. I'll see it soon enough. I have to be patient.